Hey everybody, Frantic Backpackers here. It is Saturday, August 12th, 2023, and I'm getting ready to head out to Ginpole Lake again. The weather is okay. It's rained yesterday. It's been in the kind of high 60s, which is good. No rain predicted overnight or tomorrow until very late, so that's good. It's mostly cloudy right now, a little windy, not bad. But as I said, I'm going to head down to Ginpole Lake again. Well, first I'm going to go hike in and set up camp. That's the first thing. Then I'm going to camp overnight, and then in the morning I'll try to get some video of the lake, and hopefully the wind will be down enough and I can use the drone. And then go back to camp, pack up, and head out. So that's the general plan. I should be back tomorrow by 12, 1 o'clock, something like that. So no big deal. So anyway, that's where I'm headed, and we'll see how it goes. This is only the second time where I'm staying overnight, but shouldn't be a big deal. So we'll see you then. All right, so we have arrived. It's right about 4 o'clock right now, so that gives me plenty of time to get in there and get set up. So I think I've got all my stuff situated, except for my hat. Anyway, that's my GPS complaining about something. It's telling me I'm off course, but I'm not. So anyway, let's get out and get at it. Let's get the gear out. Make sure I got the keys in my hands, because that would suck to lock myself out of my own Jeep. All right, keys are in the pocket. Pocket is zipped. Oh my God, who put all this crap in this bag? Holy shit. All right, so that's a little heavy, but that's the most that I could possibly ever take with me. Everything is in there. You know, the tent and all that stuff, my food, my water, some electrical charging stuff, you know, safety stuff, medical stuff. So that's all in there. Earth. Come on, GPS, keep up with me here. There we go. There it goes. All right. Honestly, though, I don't really need the GPS for this, to be honest. This I haven't had to carry before. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I don't really like the idea of it trying to choke me. There we go. I'm smarter than a band. All right. Other than a quasi feeling of lots of things wrapped around my neck, not bad. One last check because I'm paranoid and I don't want to lock myself out of the Jeep. Roger that. All right. All right. There's the trail. Let us go forth into the woods. All right, so as we get going here, I did want to mention that I pulled away from the cabin. I got about 200 yards down the road and there was a fox crossing the road. So I have seen wildlife already. Unfortunately, the camera was in the passenger side on the floor and I couldn't get to it fast enough. I mean, I would have had to been really fast to get that. So, sorry about that. But at least we saw something already. That's good. As long as I don't see a black bear, I'm happy. So, like I said, it's about 4 o'clock. Sunset technically is at 9, but it's, I want to say partly to mostly cloudy, so it'll probably start getting dark earlier than that. So we had a little campfire going there. It's weird. But, so I figure I want to be done doing what I'm doing as far as setting up the tent, eating, whatever, by like 8 o'clock. That way I'll be good to go and I can just chill out until it gets dark. And I brought a book about critters, essentially. So I'm going to try to read that while I'm either outside the tent or inside the tent. And sunrise is 6:45, so hopefully I'll be up around 7-ish and start tomorrow, which is the day I'm going to be flying the drone. I didn't want to fly the drone. Well, I originally planned to fly the drone today, but you can probably tell by the sound that it's pretty windy today. It's like 15, 16 mile an hour winds with gusts up to 30. And tomorrow is supposed to be like 6 or 7 mile an hour winds. So much more manageable and less dangerous for the drone. So I'll be doing the drone bit tomorrow. So today is just get in, get the tent set up, have some dinner, and chill out. So that's the plan. Alright, well, I'm a massive, I would say, 10 minutes into the walk, and I had to turn the camera on and say it took me that long before I just thought to myself, man, I really like doing this. Just me in the woods, you know. Although I'm a little bit like, got my head on a swivel, I'm looking for sounds and sources of the sounds and looking around for just about anything. Not that I'm paranoid, but I'm just, you do have to pay attention to where you're walking too occasionally. It's a little mucky, but it's not bad. But yeah, I just had to turn the camera on and record that. I was a little apprehensive this trip because I have not ever in my life camped out in the woods in any way, shape, or form. Not, you know, in an RV or anything. So that time earlier in the week when I went to Forest Lake, that was the first time I spent the night out in the woods. A little apprehensive, gotta be honest. But I was in the middle of a, freaking campground with a bunch of people there, so this is a little different. This is not really a designated campground or anything like that. It's just a trail that kind of ends, really. And then if you take a hard left to the south, you can get your way down to Ginpole Lake. And I remember, wow, this closed up quick. I remember There was a campfire ring there right as you turn left. So people do occasionally come back here, but unless you make the trek down the hill like 150 feet, almost ate that branch, down to Ginpole Lake, there's really nothing to see. It's just woods, you know, Yoda style. Breaking left a little bit here. But it's about high 60s, according to my fancy but cheap watch that I'm not actually wearing on my wrist. So that's perfect. I think the low is supposed to get down to like 50s, low 50s. So I should be cozy in the tent. Just heard something off to the left. It's a good thing with this hat, with the brim on the side like that. It actually helps me hear. There's a spider. Okay, never mind. I guess that's where he is for now. It actually helps me hear off to the side a little better, which is like, it's like good and it's bad, right? Because you hear everything. What did I do last time? I think I went around with this giant pack on my back. Had to do that once on the trail to Rock River Falls. I had to do the old grab onto a tree, swing under it 180 degrees, stand back up, and then swing back 180 degrees to keep going kind of deal. And as always, trying not to bust my ass by slipping on something. Okay, so to my credit, I did kind of recognize that I thought there should have been a campfire pit as I was walking, and I think I see it from here. So I've taken a hard left and I'm kind of coming back to it. That's it right there. I do have the GPS out. There it is. Okay. And there's the can of corn that was there. Still there a year later. Looks like either the critters got to it or they're just decayed. So the thought was that I didn't want to camp right here. I wanted to camp a little bit beyond. You can kind of see a little kind of sort of trail here. Yes, I know GPS, thank you. Because the quasi road that I followed in here is over here and it kind of keeps going. And I'm an idiot, I should have waypointed that campfire. That's okay. Just didn't want to be right on top of that campfire in case somebody else rolled in. Also, it's kind of sort of in the open. So, alright. I just want to be out of sight of that. If somebody comes in, they don't walk right up to my tent. Just gonna go back again. Making lots of noise here. Alright. That's the campfire over yonder. I'm going to go over there and drop a waypoint. And then walk back out to this little road. And find a spot to put the tent down. Alright. Because last year when I was here, I more or less walked right up to this. Kind of accidentally. And this is where I went down towards the, I think right over there. Went down towards Ginpole Lake. So, let's see. Can he remember? Mark waypoint. And I don't want it to be called 0003, so we'll call it Ginpole Campfire. Not totally 100% necessary because I do have the full track. Let's see if you can see that. I do have the full track. I don't know how well you can see that, but you can see the track goes off to the south there where I went last time, and that takes me right to where I was. So I don't really need this waypoint, but you know what the heck, capability. Okay, so that's a huge ravine over there. That's the only problem with that. So let's put the GPS back away while I've played with it. So this huge ravine over here, though, is actually a little stream, I think. And I mean little. May not even be water right now. Oh yeah. That's a little bit of it goes down there. Right there. I'm going to assume that was a bird. Sounded like wait, wait. I don't know. Anyway. Get back this way a little bit. Plus, I'd like to be able to get water from that. That would be groovy. But then I don't want to be down there with my tent. Ooh. It just kind of goes right down. And it gets steep even down there. Okay, so I just wanted to pause it right here for a second because I'm editing this video in October of 2024, which is over a year after I shot the video. So I don't remember if I noticed that little area where the red arrow was pointing to or not at the time. But that also looks like not a proper cave, you know, like it's rocks all the way around and you could go mining in there or something. But it does look like some sort of hollowed out area into the side of the hill there by the stream. And I'm about to talk about another one that I see, but I just wanted to mention it. I'm not a bear expert. Okay, so I don't know if a bear would really want to go in there and curl up and go to sleep or something, or make it like a little house for a while. But it did cross my mind, as you'll hear in a minute, is this the place where I should put down a tent and start eating food? So anyway, that's what's going through my mind, and that's what I was thinking here in a minute when I find the next spot that's just like it. What do you think, folks? Gotta find a place to throw a tent down here. Oh, that's what it was. It was the trees moving around in the wind, rubbing against each other. Oh, yeah, good job. I mean, this is fine for a tent, but like I said, I'd like to be able to get to the water. So just scout around a little bit. GPS telling me I'm off course. Why, yes. Yes, I am. It doesn't look like, though, there's going to be an easy way to get down to this water. It's super steep along the whole thing. Yeah. Damn it. I mean, maybe you could, go down right there, maybe. Sure as hell I ain't taking the pack down there. That's for sure. That's a big no. I might be able to walk down there though. Okay, so that's where I want to get water from. Right there, maybe? Is that flat? Yes. Oh, it's the road. Look at that. That's why. What's over here? Is it a slightly less treacherous place to get water? This is basically, it must have been an old, I know everybody said it, logging road. Ooh. Yee. Oh, no. I don't like the looks of that. Oh, fuck. I do not like the look of that because that's a perfect place for a bear to be. Shit. Well, maybe I am going to be by the campfire. I don't want to be close to that. I don't know how stable this is either. Alright, so after some not insignificant wandering around, trying to find a good spot that's flat-ish, not right by the campfire, not right on the path, not by the stream where, that little cave was. Although, I mean, close enough. If there's something there, being this far away is not going to help. But, did find a spot right here. You can see I kind of cleared it off a little bit. Put my head down at that end, my feet down at this end. ground is soft but not mushy, so should be fine. There's actually a lot of deadfall right here. Is that a rock? Yeah, it's fine. That I could make a campfire with, but I'm not going to. So anyway, this is going to be the spot for tonight. So let's do a little 360. This is kind of looking, let's see, northish. So big old dead tree right there. It's not leaning towards me though. And we're facing south towards Ginpole. That's where the trail is. And this is east. And then back to the north. So I think this is the spot. So I just need to, oh wait. You just set up the tent. Just looking at that Y-shaped thing over there. Anyway, I'm gonna set up the tent. Alright, well, my hat's in the tent. But the tent is up. Took me about 15 minutes, so still a little slow, but it's up. Looking for a place to hang my food bag. I'm about to have dinner, and I'm looking, so this is downwind, this direction. And maybe you can see there's not a lot of horizontal branches around here. I mean, that's about as close as I can come to a horizontal branch somewhere. Okay, so as I was saying before I was cut off by the horrifically bad battery life on the Hero 10, that's about the only tree that I could use to hang the food bag. At least that I can see nearby. Just not a lot of options for that. At least that I can see. So, yeah. Anyway, fun times. Trying to make some dinner. Alright, so I've got my dinner ready. I went ahead and made the same thing I had the other day. I had the all-American burger. Got it all cooked up and steeped and ready to go. And of course, again, I had to bring out some fresh buns since I had extra. So I've got 2 buns this time because there really is enough for 2 buns worth. So let's go see how that goes. So, like I said, I went for the all-American burger again. Got it all cooked up. Gonna once again use my garbage bag as a base here. So I get all this stuff mixed together. Got some cheese. Put that in my garbage bag. And the ketchup. I haven't heard much in the way of weird sounds or anything. Just the wind, the occasional bird. And that's about it, which is good. That's pretty much the way I like it. All right. Trying to make, all right, there's a twig in mine. I don't need the twig. Trying to make slightly less of a mess. Be a little more careful. Well, as careful as you can be with a spork. Alright. And while I said before I don't really have a good spot to hang my food bag, I will be moving it away from my tent. I'm not quite that risky. Alright. All-American burger. Yeah, that's good stuff as usual. Well, I think I got about an hour before it starts to get dark. Just sitting here reading a book. Funnily enough, it's the Getting to Know Outdoor Wildlife, and the first chapter is black bears. Damn it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, just reading that. It's been pretty quiet. I know which way is easily west now just by looking at the trees. So I'm just trying to peek through some clouds and trees there. But anyway, like I said, I'm just hanging out until it starts to get dark, then I'll crawl in my tent. Right now, I don't think I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm just going to head out, pack up my stuff into the bag, leave it here, and then just take the camera, the GPS, and the drone down to Ginpole and see what I can see. This time, hopefully, flying the drone and actually getting some footage of the lake. I know I didn't do that last year, so that is the purpose of being here this year. Alright, well, it's bedtime. Or at least get in the tent time. About a half hour to sunset. Can't really see much outside as far as reading or anything like that, so figured I'd at least crawl into the tent here. A little tour as usual. Got this little bag has the thing to pump up the mattress if I need to. I got my that's the drone, and then this has that's my messenger bag. Oh, sorry about that. That probably was really loud. That's obvious what that is. That's a 10 mil. Boots, and my hat, and my bag out there. And then up in the the little storage area. I got my sunglasses, my reading glasses because I'm old, and my wallet. And then of course there's the chandelier as usual. That's normal spot. And let's see, can you see it? Up behind me, there you go. That's my phone and my keys. Those are the two things I would really rather not lose. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if you can hear it, but really the main noises I hear is just the wind at the tops of the trees. It's weird. The wind is, it's gusting. Like I said, it's like 15 miles an hour, gusting to 25 or something like that. But it's not really getting down to ground level. It's like at the tops of the trees. Down at ground level where I'm at, there's no wind. So that's good. I don't know what temperature it is in here. Let me look real quick. Let's see, there's that. So it's 60 degrees in here. So that's pretty good. I mean, so, 60 degrees in here is really good. That's, plus I got my 40-degree quilt here, my top quilt that I'm using as a blanket. So I should be snug as a bug tonight. I think it's only supposed to get down to like low 50s. So it's not going to get much colder. But I'm going to call it a night, and I will see you in the morning. All right. So as you can probably see, it's morning. It's 7 o'clock, so the sun officially rose about 10 minutes ago. It is 58 degrees inside the tent. So probably just a couple degrees cooler than that outside. Maybe the same temperature, I don't know. Yes, I am wearing a light, and it's actually like a neckerchief kind of thing, but I got it over my head. I thought maybe if I put that on, it would keep my head warmer, and maybe I'd sleep better, but it really didn't make any difference. I don't really need it. Kind of slept okay, except for the ruckus around midnight. I don't know what was going on. There was something that way that sounded like a mix between an elephant and a crow. I'm pretty sure there's no elephants in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so I'm going to go with crow. But it was pissed. I was over there screaming. I don't know what it was for real, but it was over there. It was unhappy. It went on for a couple minutes and then never heard it again. So I don't know. And then I heard, like 10 minutes later, I don't know what it was. I'm going to go with some kind of bird. Let me turn my light on here. Probably can't see very good. Like I said, I'm going to go with some kind of bird. Maybe an owl? Kind of hard to describe what it sounded like, but I didn't fumble around trying to turn on the microphones and the camera and all that, so I don't have any recording of what it was. But also a strange noise, and also, like after midnight, I don't know why they were up and about doing something like that. But anyway, so I don't really know what that was. I'm going to go with owl. It's going to be my guess. But other than that, pretty quiet. I can still hear it's windy, though. I don't like that because I'm going to go down and to Ginpole and try to fly the drone. So hopefully it's not too bad. I don't want to lose the drone because it's windy. But anyway, I need to get up And I don't feel like breakfast, just like I said yesterday. I didn't think I would, so I'm going to skip breakfast, but I'm going to pack up the tent and all my gear here and get ready to go down to Ginpole Lake. It's like, 800 feet from here. It's not far from where I'm at, but it is a little bit of a walk, and I have to go downhill like 150 feet. So anyway, that's the plan. All right, I'm all packed up, and other than the GoPro losing like 20% of its battery from doing nothing, we're doing okay. So got my campsite right here in front of me. That's where the tent was. You can see it's nice and smushed down now. Got the bag all packed up, ready to go. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk down to that campfire ring, go a little bit past that, and then drop my bag. And I'm just gonna take the messenger bag with the GoPro, a bottle of water, and the GPS. And then the other thing I got crossed over my neck here is the drone. So off we go, I suppose. Really not looking forward to picking up this bag, but I don't have to go far with it. I probably should have picked it up before I put this on my shoulder, but I'm not carrying it. So anyway, I'm gonna go over by the campfire. See you there. Alright, so the campfire ring is just over this little hill here. So that's where I'm leaving my backpack. Should be pretty easy to find. Just go up this little hill right here. And there's the campfire ring. This looks like an obvious trail. Doesn't exactly match. I think what I've got on the GPS is like the plotted track, not I got the plotted track, not my actual track that I did last year. So anyway, I'll be going down following the trail. I just want to make sure that this thing is tracking me. I got obviously the camera, the GPS, water, and the drone. I remember this is super steep, and there's some sections that are kind of not dangerous, but just, you got to be careful. So remember that. Just want to see if my GPS is tracking me. It is. I don't know how well in these trees, but like I said, this kind of looks like a little trail. This is where it starts to get slippery. So let me check the GPS one more time, make sure it's tracking me. It is, so I can just come back the way I go down. Put the GPS away. And I will put the camera away here shortly, because last time I did this, I had my pack on me. Yeah, I remember this. So there's a little path to follow. You can see this is kind of steep right here. So I'm going to put the camera away, go down there, and pick it back up. I can already see through the trees right there, the little opening for Ginpole Lake. So like I said, we're not too far away. So let's just go down this hill. Yay. Okay, amazingly, even though it looks like I was off from the plotted GPS course, I am at the exact same spot I was last year. I recognize this tree being down. I remember looking over that way saying I can't go that way. Looking over that way saying I can't really go that way either. And so this is where I stopped. And I tried to make a little path going that way. It gets really mushy right here. So this is as far as I'm gonna go on foot. You can barely see the lake. Just over those flowering weed purple things. So let's set up the drone and hopefully not crash it. All right. See if we can do this.
Take off. Home point updated.
That's my, show you my LZ. Anyway, there's the landing zone. Just cleared off a little spot for it with my feet there a little bit. Took off and landed no problem. Now I gotta climb that hill. Yay! Alright, I'll see you back at the backpack. Alright, so I made it up the hill. Yay, that was tough. But got the backpack, obviously it's back on here at the campsite. I'll set the roll back out, head back to the Jeep. I'm pretty sure I got all my stuff. GPS camera, drone, and of course all the stuff in my backpack. But one thing I did learn, I should say, about the tent, I need to make sure it's on as flat as possible of an area. I put it on that real slight incline and it was fine, but I could tell it was on an incline. So next time I need to really make sure it's as flat, as level as possible. Otherwise it'll be kind of annoying throughout the night. Other than that, pretty standard, no problems. Tent held up good. The new mattress held up good. I'm not carrying that giant 6-pound, almost 3-foot wide mattress that I did on that when I stopped at Forest Lake. So that's good. Much lighter, much smaller. Does the job. So that was good. Make sure I'm going on the right path here. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to miss, really. But going down the wrong path is no good. So anyway, that's Ginpole Lake 2023. I finally got a look at the lake itself. I saw it in the screen for the drone. Hopefully I was actually recording. Pretty sure I was. Find out when I get back home. But drone operated well. Geez, what happened there? That tree had a bad day. Anyway, currently, yes, I know. Where did I? GPS being weird. I think sometimes I accidentally touch the screen and it thinks I'm trying to do something. Some woodpecker holes. Look fresh. Hopefully they don't get mad I'm coming over here. Whoa. Woodpeckers got hungry. Did their thing. What woodpeckers do. I haven't heard them, so I don't know where they are now. But just keep heading out here. Not far to go, half a mile I think or so. Alright, well, coming up on the Jeep. I'm pretty sure right there is the Jeep. Anyway, just as a recap, I probably walked 2.5 miles total. You know, getting in there, going off to my campsite, going from a campsite down to Ginpole back, and then taking the trail back out to here. So, not a lot of walking, but I got to stay overnight. Continue getting experience throwing the tent down, picking it up, how I want my stuff organized, things like that. So, good trip. Like I said, I hope the drone footage came out okay and actually recorded. That would be the first thing, right? But had a good time. Had my cheeseburgers with buns, I guess. That was something I didn't mention. So get it so the sun's not annoying. I made that first burger, used the mayo and the ketchup, and then got to the second bun, realized I didn't have any more mayo or ketchup. But that's okay. It's still good. It's good stuff. Packet Gourmet. All American burger is good. But fun little trip. And I don't know if I'll come back here next year. But anyway, I'm going to throw my gear in the Jeep and call it a trip. Hope you had fun watching. We'll see you later.